Hey, this is Meg from Blkcity Coffee, and I wanted to share a couple things with you. This bag. So if you are one of our clients and you've received your images, you're also probably going to receive a bag just like this. It's about 4 ounces of coffee that you're receiving, a good solid sample to test out this coffee. And I wanted to point out and share what's going on here with the label and why this bag is important. So when I roast your coffee, here at home, and Kevin gives me the okay, and I write your thank you letter and all that stuff when we pack your images. I also, in that same week, will be roasting really fresh coffee. Now, you don't want to actually drink that coffee right when it comes out of the roaster. It actually has to take time to degas, where gas is still leaving the bean. As it's doing that, from the time of being roasted, is probably a good window for when the coffee is at its most delicious. It's not exactly when it's right out of the roaster. There's a lot of talk of this in the coffee industry. What's the perfect time or the perfect window to consume coffee? Consensus says, as it's kind of all over the place sometimes, is between 6 to 14 days after the roast date. Now, how are you going to know the roast date, right? If you're getting coffees other places, like say the grocery store. Well, if you look at the label, what I've created for you here is we have the name of the bean, right? Rwanda, that's the country where it's coming from. All my coffee that I send to you guys is going to be single origin, coming from one country, right? Not necessarily one farm, but one country. Okay, roast is city, which is like light roasted. Elevation, 2,000 meters, so it's pretty high up there. That means the beans are really dense. The variety is red Katawai, I think that's how you say it. And then the notes, the tasting notes, what's it gonna taste like? So I just tasted this maybe 2 days after I roasted it, and it started to again produce a lot more floral notes than when I first tasted it 24 hours after I roasted it. It's pretty cool, it's pretty interesting. You can try that. So try it immediately the day that you receive the coffee, and then maybe try it like, I don't know if there's still any left, maybe try it like 2 weeks later or something like that and see what it tastes like, okay? So right here is the most important part of any coffee label, the roasted date right here. It's gonna be at the bottom. For other coffee companies, they may stamp it on the bottom, stamp it on the back or something like that. And you wanna try to find something within, sometimes it's really hard, like they won't even put the roast date. Then it's like, oh, I think that's not gonna be the freshest coffee. Try to find something, I think what's reasonable that you're not gonna really tell the difference right off the bat is try to find something within a month, within 30 days. I think that's okay. You know, give yourself a little flexibility. We're not living in a black and white world here. So I always put the roast for you date on when I roasted that, and then you can kind of do the math for yourself and be like, cool, this was roasted like 7 days ago or 3 days ago or something like that. And if it did come 3 days later, you're like, maybe I'll wait like another 3 days and test it then, because then I'll be in that window of like 6 to 14 days, so they say, and see what you taste there. And again, remember to always taste your coffee black. If you're putting cream and sugar in your coffee, you can't tell anything. So another thing about this bag that I'll send to you, I also heat seal it, okay? Because I want to make sure that no air comes in. And how I make sure that no air comes in is this is a one-way valve. So right after you roast coffee, it actually starts to degas and give off more gases, right? What'll happen is I want that gas, that CO2, to escape from the bean, but I don't want extra oxygen or air to come in to make your coffee stale. So we have this one-way valve for you. It's heat sealed. And when you open it, you probably, what I'm hearing now is like these bags aren't that cool. Like you can't just tear this because the heat seal's like right here. Sorry, I can't control that. But you can just cut right above this resealable seam right here, and you should be fine. And then you can keep that in a dark cabinet or something like that. Remember, don't store your coffee in the refrigerator. Kills flavor. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. If you're receiving your coffee with your images, it's most likely going to be Rwanda, from Rwanda, and I'm very happy with the results coming through with the roast and with the profile. And if you taste the coffee from when it's sort of piping hot to when it's like a little bit lukewarm, like just let that coffee sit there a little bit and see if you can pick up some finer flavors. And even if you don't have the words for that, that's okay. Just be like, that's interesting. I've never tasted that before. Or if I have, like maybe I can put a word to it. Okay, so we're here to have fun with coffee. I always have fun with coffee, and I really hope you guys enjoy your images, of course, and look back at it really fondly and go, oh man, that was awesome. That was really dope. I didn't know you could capture that. And also maybe as you're looking through your images on the computer or on the big screen or what have you, or maybe even your albums, have a little bit of Blkcity coffee with it, and just be there in the moment and feel and taste and be present with each other. I would really love that if you did that. Okay, have a nice rest of the week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.